लक्ष्मीं नृसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि गुरुभ्यः तद्गुरुभ्यश्च नमो भगवधीमहि वणीमहि तत्रादौ दम्पतीं जगदाम्पतिः लक्ष्मीनरसमारम्भां नाथयाम्नमुच्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणायमेनि अस्मद्गुरोः भगवतोऽस्य दयेकसिन्धुः रामचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये माता पिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव ह्रीमेन तन्वयानाम् आद्यश्च न कुलपतेर्मुकुलाभिरामम् श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगलं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं शरश्च वदाक्वयभट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसार कुलशेखरयोगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रेण परकालयतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम् ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ अस्मत्परमगुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः
आचर्तन्य वेदांत देश पदाब्ज भृंगम नारायण गोपाल शक्ति
श्रीमते श्री कृष्ण देशिका
Narayana, we are doing a Sri Gopala Vimshati. Do you remember Ma, till what shlokam we have done?
Parivartita Kandharam is what we talked last.
Yeah, we completed
so you
sixth sloka we completed.
What exactly Krishna was doing?
Yes.
Parivartita Kandharam Bhavena.
That's what we have to do today.
A very naughty child. I think we did that, right?
We have to do that one now. We did Vraja Yosh.
Yeah, so we did, even beyond that. My numbers exactly, ma?
Sixth one completed.
We completed sixth one, Swamiji. Sixth one.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
I wrote it down in my book, Swamiji.
You are very. Oh, you have a book and you are writing down. I thought people just
I'm writing, yes, Swamiji.
I thought I have some good friends, right, Vasudha? They just log in. That's it. And keep on doing their cooking, everything. Poor girls, what can they do? They have too many things to take care of. So this Krishna is getting naughtier by the day. And who else can he play? He can play only with his pure devotees. And who else can be a greater devotee than Yashoda herself? So, what is Krishna doing now? Parivartita Kandharam Bhayena Smitha Pulladhara Pallavam Smarami Vitapitva Nirasakam Kayoschite Vipulo Lokhala Karshakam Kumaram. This Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, we all should be fortunate to meditate on this Krishna as a little Krishna. That is why Mahatma Desika in his Gopala Vimshati did not mention anything about Krishna, Krishna's marriages, Rukmini, or Bhagavad Gita. If you want to enjoy Krishna, either in Dasyam or in Vatsalyam or in Madhuryam or in Sakyam, he thought Gopala Vimshati is the best. Now, Krishna did something naughty. Krishna is nearly 2 years old, yet he still wants to enjoy the milk from Mother Yashoda. She is busy churning the yogurt. Krishna comes and tucks her sari. Hungry, 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 feed me, feed me. Poor Yashoda smiles. Oh, my little darling is hungry. That's it. She just stops churning, takes Krishna into her lap and starts feeding. Halfway through the feed, Krishna is not even full. She realizes the milk on the stove is just overflowing. She just takes off Krishna and keeps him on the ground and goes there to take care of the overflowing milk. That's it. Krishna got so angry. What do you think, Mother Yashoda? You think a pot of milk is more important to you than myself? Myself, the Supreme Lord Krishna, coming to you as my mother and then having a feed from you. How fortunate you should feel. Instead, you think after all the overflowing milk is so important to you that you don't care about feeding me and you go there to take care of it. See what I'm going to do. I will show you something different today. He just went and broke the pot he was churning. He ate all that fresh butter that is there, still sticking to the churning rod. Now he knows the mother is going to come and punish him. As expected, she got a stick in her hand to punish him. Mhm. Even before she gave him any punishment, Krishna starts crying and crying and crying, smearing all that black collyrium on his eyes to the entire face, pretending to be crying. Mother Yashoda took pity on him. But I must punish him, if not beating him, something else. Got a rope after rope to tie up Krishna. Finally, she succeeded because Krishna allowed himself to be tied. Well, tied him up to the grinding mortar. Now Krishna is dragging that huge mortar to which he is tied up by his beloved mother for all the naughty activities he did in breaking the churning pots, etc. Well, while dragging, he is constantly turning his neck just to see, is Mother Yashoda following me or can I do something else? Now, he sported a very mischievous smile. Smita Pulladhara Pallavam Smarami. That Smita means not laughing ha 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 like that. Just a smile. Just a smile. The lips will just open a little bit to indicate that he is smiling. So, what is all this turning back? Is Mother Yashoda chasing me or following me? Or again giving a mischievous smile? Any idea, Ma, why he is doing all that? Hmm? Any idea, Ma? Krishna is the Supreme Lord, even though he is a baby. He knows Mother Yashoda is going to tie him up. He knows he is going to get a beautiful title called Damodara. Even though Mother Yashoda brought 100 ropes and joined them together and tied him up, you know Krishna what he did? Krishna pretended as though the rope was so tight on his stomach, and by the time Nanda came and relieved him from the rope, he exhibited a permanent mark on his stomach. Oh, see how Mother Yashoda tied me up so tight, so that that mark is permanent for Krishna as a Damodara. Now this mischievous coming. So he knows Mother Yashoda is going to tie him up. Let me enjoy some more butter. I cannot eat this much of butter right now in 1 second before my mom comes after turning off the stove. He already took some butter and was hiding it in the cavity of the grinding mortar. So nicely he stops in between, enjoys again one more feed of the butter that he has hidden in the cavity of the grinding mortar. Now he moves forward. He moves forward. Paritranaya sadhunam, whether there are sadhus or not, that Mahatma, Devarshinancha Naradaha, Narada cursed the two Gandharvas, Nalakubara and Manigriva, the sons of the treasurer of the gods, Kubera. You know, Kubera, the treasurer of the gods, the richest person who could even give a loan to Lord Srinivasa for his marriage with Padmavati. Of course, expecting and demanding even interest for that. Well, Kubera literally means the most ugliest looking person. Ugliest looking person is made the chief of the treasury, secretary of treasury. What do you call him? Secretary of treasury, treasury secretary, or Fed chief, chief of Federal Reserve. That is he, the god of wealth. Rich man's sons are the spoiled kids. Nalakubara and Manigriva in their youth, enjoying, drinking, girlfriends, dancing, bathing even naked in open rivers. Narada passing by, the ladies were ashamed that they were naked before the Mahatma, ran and immediately wrapped themselves and did salutations to Narada. But these two young guys, still in their drunk mood, unable to recognize even Narada, were there still running around naked. Narada thought, good, good. So you love to be naked? May your desire be fulfilled. Become trees. Because nobody says the tree is naked. Nobody says the tree we should wrap a sari around the tree or anything like that. So he said, be naked. Good. Enjoy your nakedness. Become trees. For how long? Until Bhagavan Sriman Narayana appears as Krishna in Dwapara Yuga. And then comes there and relieves you with his Padasparsha. They were there, those fig trees, as Yamala means twins. The twin trees in the backyard of Nanda for so many years. Lord Krishna goes there and pulls the grinding motor between the two. While going through the two trees, Krishna's Padasparsha relieved them of their curse. And with one tug, the two fig trees fell down. Vitapitva nirasakam kayoschate vipula vulukala karshakam kumaram. Whatever Krishna does is only for giving relief to the people who really prayed to him. Now look at ourselves. We pray to Krishna and immediately, Krishna, Krishna, what happened, what happened? Not even a day we ask for results. Look at Nalakubara and Manigriva, how many years they stayed there like trees. With the firm faith, Narada said Krishna will come and relieve us. That's all. All the time as trees, Krishna Namasmarana. That is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Knows when to protect a devotee, how to protect a devotee. Krishna knows Shishupala and Dantavatra are none other than his erstwhile Dwarapalakas, Jaya and Vijaya. Krishna knows this is their last birth. Well, as children when they were playing, Krishna touched Shishupala, who was born as a ghost child, multiple eyes, multiple hands. And when Krishna touched, he became a normal child. Shishupala's mother, Shruta Devi, Krishna's paternal aunt came and begged Krishna, Krishna, you know it, I know it, my two children are going to offend you, they are going to die in your hands. Protect them, Krishna, don't kill them. Krishna said, you tell me how many mistakes shall I forgive? 100 mistakes even. Good, only 100 mistakes. Why can't Krishna kill Shishupala right then and there? Oh, this fellow is a ghost child, let me kill him right away and give him Vaikuntha. Who is going to stop Krishna? He can create a small fight then itself as a baby, as children, 3, 4, 5-year-olds. And he could have relieved Shishupala of the curse, but he didn't. He waited until they grew up, until this fellow Shishupala came in competition to Krishna himself to marry Rukmani, none other than Sri Mahalakshmi. And at the Rajasuyam, at the Rajasuya Yajna of Yudhishthira, when Agra Puja was done to Krishna, Shishupala became so jealous, and in front of the whole assembly, he went on and on and on to accuse Krishna. Krishna was counting and all 100 mistakes are over. Good. 101st mistake, Krishna sent the Sudarshan Chakra. Kshanamad Krishna Rupadarshi. Immediately, just before his death, Shishupala for 1 second realized, my goodness, this Krishna is none other than my Lord Sriman Narayana, who has come to relieve me of the curse. Bhagavan Sri Krishna knows. Bhagavan Sri Krishna was born. He was there in Nandagokulam for a couple of years by now. Why he did not relieve Nalakubara and Manigriva immediately? As Krishna was doing, even before this, Krishna did Mrudbhakshanam. Mrudbhakshanam means pretended to be eating dirt, and Balarama went and complained, and Yashoda chided, opened his mouth and showed the Vishwarupam to Yashoda. That means Krishna was there in a stage to walk, to go round. When Krishna is there at a stage to walk and go round, why can't he walk to the backyard and then, as though he is playing with Balarama, take a ball, and as though he is going to kick the ball, he can kick the 2 trees and then relieve them of the curse. But if that is done, how will Krishna get the great title Dhamodara? He was waiting for his own time. That is the Supreme Lord Krishna. That is the Supreme Lord Krishna. He knows when to relieve the curse of all these people. Krishna knows. That's why Gopala Vimshati is such a beautiful one. Even though Mahatma Desika composed stotras on everyone, on Ranganatha, Kanchi Varadaraja, Tiruvahindrapuram, Mahalakshmi, Goda Devi, Sudarshana, Vardaraja, Andal, Garuda, Gitaraja Saptati. But only when it came to Gopala Vimshati, he says, if only you are fortunate to have absolute faith in Krishna and in Gopala Vimshati, Divyavenu Rasikam Samikshate Daivatam Kimapi Yavata Priyam. Of all the worships, Krishnanusmaranam Param. The attachment to Krishna is considered to be the highest level of attachment. Highest level of attachment. And Mahatma Desika says, if only you have absolute faith in Krishna and this Gopala Vimshati and do Parayanam, you will enjoy having the Sakshatkaram of Lord Krishna. What else you want as a greatest tribute to this stotra? When the author himself says that you will enjoy the darshanam of Krishna, that is how Krishna rescued Nalakubara and Manigriva. And Krishna's activities were so marvelous that afterwards everybody came running because they produced such a great sound while falling down. Nanda was scared. You should see how Krishna pretends that he is very much hurt by Mother Yashoda's tying him up. Nanda trying to untie the rope around Krishna's waist that is tied to the grinding motor. Krishna exhibited a huge permanent mark of the rope on his stomach. Nanda was so shocked. He just looked at Yashoda. That one look is enough to say, how could you ever think of doing this kind of a thing, this kind of punishment to my son? And you see Krishna enjoying that look of Nanda. Yes, he loves Yashoda, but at times he wants to play with Yashoda also. So you tie me up. Now you see, you got the punishment from my dad, right? That is Krishna. Nikateshu nishamayami nityam niyamantai rathana vimurgyamanam yamalarjuna drishta balakelim yamuna sakshika yovanam yuvanam. Nikateshu nishamayami nityam. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. May we be fortunate to have even a very small glimpse of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. A very playful young boy whose very Madhurya Leelas are witnessed by Yamuna. And of course the twin Arjuna trees, the two fig trees. Nigamantaihi adhunapi mrugyamanam. Nigama. Nigama means Vedas. Anta, the end portions. Vedanta. Nigama means Veda. Anta means the final portions, the concluding portions. That is the Upanishads. Vedanta is Upanishads. So even the great Upanishads are still searching to know the true nature of the Supreme Lord Krishna. What does it mean? Everybody knows Vedas have described adequately. Everybody knows Upanishads talk so high about Krishna. So what is it that still Vedas are not able to understand? What Vedanta Desika feels is, whatever the Upanishads has given as what they have understood about Krishna is not even 1% of what Krishna is. Still there is 99% yet to be known. Even the Upanishads are there struggling hard to understand the divine activities of Krishna. Nigaman taihi adunapi murgyamanam. Adunapi, even till today. Murgyamanam is just a dream. It is just like an ignorant man thinking, oh, I know my wife very well. And suppose he goes and gives this statement to the wife, "Oh, I know you very well, dear." You know what the wife will do? She will give a mischievous smile. And you all know what that means. "Stupid fellow, you think you have understood me? You have not understood me even 1%. I still have 99% hidden from you that you cannot even guess what I am." Exactly the same. The Upanishads, they think they have understood Krishna. Krishna smiles. "You think you have understood me? What do you understand? What did you understand? Not even 1%. Not even 1%. That is the Supreme Lord Krishna. And who is witness to all these beautiful Leelas of Krishna? Yamuna. Imagine what that Yamuna was going through. Because this Yamuna is none other than the sister of Yamadharmaraja, the god of death, and both of them are the children of Surya. Yamuna as a river, she is called Yamuna. As a person, she is called Kalindi. And that Kalindi has to meet, just like a river Ganga. As a river, she is called Ganga, but as a Shantanu's wife also, she is called Ganga. So they have multiple forms. Ganga can exist as a river and also as a woman and get married to Shantanu and become the mother of Bhishma. Same way, the river, Surya's daughter, can be in the form of a river as Yamuna and can also be in the form of a woman, Kalindi, the most fortunate person to marry Krishna. And Yamuna is supposed to marry Krishna. And what is Yamuna going through? When Krishna is there doing all his Rasa Krida, Jala Kridas in Yamuna itself, what do you think Yamuna was thinking? Emma, anyone of you can guess?
When can I get this fortune, Swami?
No, no, no. Yamuna.
My future
When
husband.
can I get this fortune? By the way, she is not
She's
even dead.
she
I mean,
Go ahead.
being with Krishna.
What is it, Emma? What is it, Tulsi?
Yamuna ji is seeing Krishna happy. Is she's keeping her? That's what is making her.
And she wants Krishna to be with her, not with other girls. Okay, that's not at all the
How these gopikas
but
are
what all
fortunate.
it's okay. It is a child's play. Her only thinking, it's okay. Let him enjoy. He's a child. He's not even 7. That's all. He is not even 7. It's okay. He's a child playing. It is just like imagine when you are there in the villages, children, nothing better to do. Evening, they gather in front of somebody's house. All the people will come. They go to the beach, bring lot of sand, make a house, bring 2 dolls and get them married. And they represent one girl from a family represents the bride, another boy from a family represents the bridegroom, and they get married. And when the parents come to know that a very poor boy was there playing the role of a bridegroom for their daughter, what do you think they feel? It's okay. It is a child's play. It's a child's play. In real life, come on, my daughter will never marry that poor fellow. I will never give my daughter in marriage to that poor fellow. Same thing, Yamuna was thinking, Krishna, you want to enjoy with 16,000 gopikas? Go ahead, Krishna. You're only a child. But your adulthood, your youth is only with me. I'll become your wife. She is so confident. The reason why is she so confident, ma'am? Why is she so confident? Instead of getting jealous, because she is none other than Mahalakshmi Samsha. All the 8 forms of Mahalakshmi have appeared as Ashtalakshmis over here. She knows she is Paramatma, on par with the Krishna. She knows Gopikas, great, great, great devotees, but still Jivatmas. But still Jivatmas. So the way Paramatma thinks is way different from the way Jivatmas think. It is only for the Jivatmas we have all these qualities of jealousy, etc. However good we are. But for Mahalakshmi, at her level, there is no jealousy of any sort. It is only the poets who portray that. Where did they do that? In the case of Satyabhama, they made Satyabhama look as though she is a very, very possessive lady, very jealous of Rukmani. It's all the poet's imagination to make the story look very romantic. That's all. In real life, they are all Sri Mahalakshmis. They are there at the level of Paramatma. So this Krishna is enjoying here on the banks of river Yamuna, where even the Vedas, Vedantas, Upanishads could not even fathom the supremacy of Lord Krishna. Adunavi Mrugyamanam means forget about trying to understand. Even the Upanishads have decided it is beyond their grasp. You know, all the great Upanishads, Mahanarayanam, Chandogyam, Brihadaranyakam, Kathopanishad, Kenopanishad, Prashnopanishad, all these things, they glorify. The job of the Upanishads is to glorify the Supreme Lord. That is why Mahatmas, great Acharyas, focused only on those 10 Upanishads, not on the minor Upanishads. Now comes Padavi Madaviya Sem Vimukte Atavi Sampadamambu Vahayantim Arunadharasabhilasha Vamsham Karunam Karuna Manushim Bhajami. Karunam Karuna Manushim Bhajami. What is Krishna? Just as you say, suppose you have a daughter, you love your daughter. What you say? Oh, my daughter is just made of gold. Same way, what do you think Krishna is made up of? Krishna is made up of compassion. Karunam Karana Manushim Bhajami. The Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana accepted the form as Krishna, who is compassion personified. If you give a human form to Dharma, that is Lord Rama. If you give a human form to Daya, compassion personified, Karuna, that is Krishna. Krishna's mercy knows no bounds. How many Jivatmas Krishna has attracted, elevated, made their lives worth living when he was on the planet Earth, even after leaving the planet Earth. Unimaginable. Whether it is Devaki or Vasudeva or Yashoda or Nanda or the 16,000 Gopikas or the fig trees or the Aghasura or Putana, everyone. That's why they say Krishna gave such a high status even to Putana who came to kill him. His birth mother, Devaki, foster mother, Yashoda, the poisoned mother, Putana, gave such a high status even to Putana. Why talk about the status he gives to his pure devotees who come to him with unimaginable love to surrender to him? So Krishna is compassion personified. We cannot find a better person than Krishna. And this Krishna always carried a beautiful bamboo flute, Vamshi. And that flute is so fortunate that it always enjoys the lower lip of Krishna. That's why the Gopikas were so jealous of this flute. Hey Venu, what fortune have you done? What kind of tapasya have you done? How fortunate are you? We are all craving to enjoy the Adharamritam of Lord Krishna. You are there constantly on his lower lip, which we feel is our property, but you are enjoying. Of course, various people have given various commentaries. Have you heard of anything beyond your imagination what that flute could be, that Vamshi could be? Am I any one of you? Emma, what could be the unheard of or very rare explanation given who that bamboo flute, that Vamshi could be? Emma?
Swamiji, if I have to take a guess, I think it's Sri Mahalakshmi.
No, sir. The wildest guess somebody had was during the incarnation as Lord Rama, Hanuman served him so much and he wanted to give him the greatest status. There are some Mahatmas who feel that it is a Hanuman who was given the greatest status of Vamshi, the flute. And this most merciful Lord Krishna is just moving around the Gokulam, Vrindavan, as a dark cloud. Atavi Sampadam Ambuvahayantim. Ambu, water, Vaha, clouds, rain-bearing clouds. This Supreme Lord Krishna, this most merciful Lord Krishna, is just wandering everywhere in Nanda Gokulam like a dark cloud. Where? In the dense forest called Vrindavan. And what is the speciality of this Krishna? He is the guaranteed path to liberation. He is absolutely the guaranteed path. Anybody who surrendered to Krishna is the most fortunate person. Anybody who loves Krishna, anybody who got Krishna into their life some way or other is the most fortunate person. That's why our Acharya, while giving the commentary to Tirupavai, he says that Godadevi loved Krishna so much. That's why she uses the word Erartha Kanna Yashodai Ilam Shingam. She could have used the word Dwarakanadha Krishna. No, Yashodai Ilam Shingam. Giving so much of importance to Vrindavan. And why Vrindavan? Acharya said, if we are not fortunate to be born in Vrindavan, can we do our best to die in Vrindavan and let the body be burnt to ashes and the ashes be washed off in the waters of Yamuna, or be buried in the sands of Vrindavan? So this Supreme Lord Krishna, the guaranteed path to liberation, the most merciful Lord Krishna. And this Krishna is having a dual role, namely, he is the means, namely Sharanagati, and the goal also. And what is the goal? Attaining salvation. He is the means. He is the means and he is the goal also. A very rare and unique combination. Come to Krishna Bhakti, Amma. Love Krishna more than what you can, more than every minute you have. Think, is there anything more I can do to love Krishna? Is there anything more I can do to please Krishna? Is there anything more I can do? That way Krishna will just drag me to him. That is the attitude of pure devotees. That is why he is called the means. The upayam. And the goal means the phalam. It is like you want money. The means of getting money is to go for a job. And the goal is to have some happiness with that money. So when you want to enjoy, money becomes the means. But if you want to get money, working or doing a job becomes the means. So if working is a means, getting money is the goal. If money is the means, getting happiness is the goal. In this case, you want to attain Krishna, use Krishna as the means, as a Sharanagati, to attain the phalam called Krishna. Bhagavan is the means, Bhagavan is the destination. How fortunate we should be if somehow or other we have come to the conclusion, Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. How ignorant are people when you have this Kamadhenu who is there in front of you, going for Anya Devatas. How ignorant are they? That is the reason why Vedas proclaim Aradhanancha Sarvesham Vishnoha Aradhanam Param. After doing all the puja, you know what they say? Swami, in this Aradhana I have done, I might have committed so many mistakes. Therefore, as a token of my asking forgiveness, Krishnanu Smaranam Param, I will chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna 3 times, and that will nullify all the mistakes I have committed while doing the Aradhana. That great is Krishna. Even the mistakes you committed doing the Aradhana for Krishna are nullified by chanting Krishna. Krishnanu Smaranam Param. Difficult to understand because we are so much used to go to work, then only you can make money, get money, then only you can have happiness. So like this, we have different entities for different things. Very difficult to understand. Krishna is the means, Krishna is the goal, and Krishna is everything for a pure devotee. Because he is Karunam Karuna Karana Manushim Bhajami. Can we ever imagine his own quality, Karuna, compassion, Daya, is personified as Krishna? That is the reason why people cannot think of anything other than Krishna. Once they are there in the fold of Krishna, they feel anything else is not worth it. It is almost like having attained the highest level of perfection. They will never even think of anything other than that perfect person called Sri Krishna. The perfect person who can make us perfect. The perfect person who is the only one who can give us eternal happiness. And the perfect person who is none other than mercy personified. And this mercy personified is there playing in the backyard of Yashoda. This mercy personified is there doing all his amorous activities on the banks of river Yamuna. And this mercy personified is there trying to help all of us, the Jivatmas, who are really serious about enjoying eternal bliss in his company in Sri Vaikuntham. And is Krishna any different? Absolutely not. He is the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana himself. In Vaikuntham he is called Sriman Narayana, in Bhuloka he is called Sri Krishna, that's all. When he could relieve even the cunning mother like Putana, do you think he will not be kind to you? When Bhagavan Krishna is so kind, even to the person who came with the deliberate intention of killing Krishna, do you think Krishna will not be kind to you? Who is there trying to surrender to him in pure love? Enjoy Krishna that way. Always remember, when Krishna could deliver Putana, who came with the only intention of killing Krishna, is relieved, is delivered by Krishna. Why not Krishna be happy with us? Why not Krishna come to our rescue? Why we even have to ever think that Krishna will not protect us? Krishna has no other job other than paritranaya sadhuna, the first and the foremost job. The first and the foremost job of Krishna is paritranaya sadhuna. The only question we have to ask ourselves is, are we sadhus? If we are living the life of a sadhu, Krishna has nothing better to do other than protecting us. His only intention in coming to the planet Earth is to help every Jivatma attain salvation. And how do we know that? He himself says, Striyo Vaishas Tadha Shudra Stepiyanti Parangatim. Kim punar brahmana punya bhakta rajashayastha. Anityamasikam lokamimam prapya bhajasvama. And when that Krishna says, I have nothing better to do other than paritranaya sadhuna, what is the need for us to worry about anything else? When Krishna was there, even tormented by the sharp, sidelong glances of gopikas, and yet he gave them the alaukika madhurya bhavam. Why Krishna will not be kind to us? The mother who came to kill him, Krishna gave her the great status of a real mother. And the girls who loved him so much, literally, the sharp glances of all the gopikas, Vrajayoshida Panga Vedhaniyam, were literally tormenting. In spite of that, Krishna gave them the alaukika madhuryam. Not one or two, 16,000 cowherdesses.
Mm.
16,000 gopikas constantly looking at Krishna with their beautiful dark eyes. Their glances that looked like real sharp arrows were just going and piercing into the heart of Krishna. Why do you think Krishna will not be kind to us? And how fortunate when Krishna came as Leela Manusha Veshadhari, the people who are there around him were literally playing with him, eating with him, sleeping with him, beating him, eating the leftovers of Krishna, sharing their everything with Krishna. This Krishna assumed such a magical form. That's why he's called Mayavi. That's why that Mahatma, Madhura Kavi Alvar, very boldly says, Kanninan Shirutambinal Katunna Panniya Perumayan Ennappanil. Perumayan, the biggest Mayavi. The biggest Mayavi. That's why there was somebody who was commenting on Mahatma. Duryodhana is a very smart fellow. He knows he cannot gamble. He is not an expert in gambling. Gambling needs a lot of tricks. Shakuni is an expert with all those tricks. So, Duryodhana remained a financier and made Shakuni play the game on his behalf. They just asked, why did not Yudhishthira do the same? Why can't Yudhishthira say, Mr. Duryodhana, you are not playing the game. You are only financing the project and you kept your proxy, Shakuni, to play on your behalf. Why not I do the same thing? Krishna, Apad Bandhava, come. play the game for me. I will be the financier. You play the game, Krishna. Do you think Shakuni's magic would have worked before Krishna if he's there sitting? Why Yudhishthira did not do that, Amma? Do you get the point? Duryodhana did not play the game. He only financed the bet. He made Shakuni play the game for him. When Duryodhana did that, why did not Yudhishthira also do the same thing? Okay, just like Duryodhana, I'll finance the betting. Krishna, I beg you, come and play the game for me. He did not do that. Go ahead, Amma, why?
Swatantriam, Swami, not Paratantriam.
Swatantra means what?
He wanted to by himself, like he felt that he's the king he want to do.
Then how come Duryodhana is more egoistic? Duryodhana did not do that.
He's cunning, but Duryodhana Dharma is not cunning.
Okay, something more than that, Amma? Good, Amma, good. Anything more than that, Amma?
Acharya, like Yudhishthira had the weakness of this gambling, and he doesn't want even Krishna to know that he's playing the game.
Wow. She doesn't want Krishna to know? Krishna knows everything, Amma. Okay, fine. That's what you are thinking, good. So he didn't want Krishna to know. Very good. Go ahead, Amma. Anything else you can think of?
Maybe that is the dharma, maybe, Swamiji, because the Dhritarashtra and the Duryodhana asked Yudhishthira to play, right? So it's not the right to hand over to Krishna and see the game, even though Duryodhana did it. Maybe that's against the dharma.
Okay, the way I was told teachers, Bhagavan Krishna did not want it that way. He didn't want it that way. Because if Krishna is sitting there as proxy for Yudhishthira and is playing the game, Shakuni's tricks will not work before him and Yudhishthira will win the game. If Yudhishthira will win the game, Duryodhana will be completely out. But that is not the intention of Bhagavan taking the incarnation as Krishna. He has to complete a few things. Paritranaya sadhunam, but immediately vinashaya chadushkrutam. Unless the game is played, Yudhishthira is losing the game. Unless Draupadi is humiliated, Yudhishthira will never give permission for the war to be waged with his own brother Duryodhana and will not hesitate to kill the brother. Yudhishthira is such a Dharma Murti. That is why Yudhishthira is also called Dharma Raja. He is such a stickler to Dharma. Even though Duryodhana offended him so much, like giving the poisoned food to Bhima, arranging a house of wax for them and setting fire to that. Fine, they're all fine. Even when Yudhishthira lost the kingdom, he didn't know, he was not mad at Duryodhana. But the only thing that can make Yudhishthira mad at Duryodhana is when Draupadi is humiliated. If that has to happen, Krishna should not be there in the picture. So Krishna Matta Smrutignyana Mapohanancha. You remember Krishna saying, Matta Smrutignyana Mapohanancha. Krishna will give you the forgetfulness. Krishna will be your memory. Krishna will make you even mistake things. Krishna can make you forget him. Krishna can make you remember him. Krishna can make you mistake him. What is Krishna's intention? Let this sadhu rakshana and dushta shikshana be over quickly. The minute it is over quickly, I had to go back to my Vaikuntham. I just took time off, only 1 second, using that dhupam offered by the Nityashuris as a smoke screen, vacated Vaikuntham, ran to Bhulokam. enjoyed all his pastimes with pure devotees. He has to go back. Before going back, he has to do. Good people are to be protected. Bhudevi, Mother Earth, is there suffering with the burden of all the Rakshasas who assumed the form of various kings and are hurting her. Mother Earth's burden is to be relieved. That means all the Rakshasas who took the form of kings are to be wiped out. That can happen only in Kurukshetra war. If that has to happen, Yudhishthira should be willing to fight. And if Yudhishthira has to make up his mind to fight, and that too with his own brother Duryodhana, and be ready to kill him, something unimaginable should happen. Yudhishthira should be provoked to the highest level of his anger, which he will never get angry. That means Krishna should not play the game. Therefore, Krishna did not even give the thought to Yudhishthira to think of Krishna. Things would have been very different if Yudhishthira called Krishna. Krishna will be in a very, very delicate situation whether to play the game or not. If he plays, he knows he will win. If he wins, Duryodhana will not die. Duryodhana has to die. Therefore, Yudhishthira should not call him. How to make it? Simply cover Yudhishthira with his Maya. That way he will not even think of Krishna. God, he achieved everything. That is the Supreme Lord Krishna. The language of Krishna, the programming of the whole world by Krishna is beyond our imagination. When he wants to save someone, how he wants to save someone, how he wants to bring the end of everything. Now comes just one more verse for today before we take your questions. Animesha nishevaniyamakshnoh ajahad yauvanamavirastu chitte kalahayita kuntalankalapehe karunonmadaka vibhramam mahome. May we be fortunate to enjoy. Before it was a Karuna personified, mercy personified as Krishna. Now what is it personified here? It is beauty that is personified as Krishna. When you say when it comes to the female forms, Rupecha Lakshmi, nobody can be more beautiful than Mahalakshmi. Well, here he says beauty personified. Beauty personified. Is that the correct word? Nobody can be more beautiful than Krishna? Correct in a way, not correct in a way. Let's take the other one, not correct in a way, because Rama is the most handsome person compared to Krishna. But correct in a way, Krishna is the most handsome person. How? Because Rama is none other than Krishna. So both ways you can justify the statement. He is beauty personified. Nobody is more beautiful than Krishna. You can justify it as false because Rama is more beautiful than Krishna, more handsome than Krishna. You can accept that statement, nobody is more beautiful than Krishna, because Rama is none other than Krishna in the previous incarnation, the same person. Therefore, if you like it that way, Rama is more handsome, enjoy that way. If you like it that way, Krishna is most handsome, enjoy that way, because both are one and the same. So Krishna is beauty personified. And if there is something in front of you and you want to swallow, that beauty can be enjoyed, can be swallowed, not by the mouth, but by the eyes only. And if your eyes have to enjoy, swallow that beautiful Krishna, unfortunately, Brahma has given us the eyelids. The eyelids are there, constantly closing every few seconds. So, to enjoy the beauty of Krishna, you should be ready to swallow Krishna through your eyes, and that eyes should be unwinking. Unwinking. That is why Gopikas talk about Brahma. Jadavudikshatam Krishna Pakshma Krudrusham. Krishna, how stupid is this Brahma? He doesn't even know how to create. What kind of a stupid way of creating us, Krishna? Giving these eyelids for us? These stupid eyelids are there. Closing our eyes in the night time, Krishna. Daytime we go to the forest, we can't see you. When you come back in the night, we want to keep on looking at you, Krishna, but the eyes get so tired and the eyelids are there closing automatically. Brahma is not a good person to create, Krishna. Maybe change the person. Give the job to a better person. Namely, one who can create us without eyelids. If you want to enjoy Krishna, there is no way of enjoying Krishna other than swallowing the beauty. And that swallowing of the beauty can be done not through the mouth but through the eyes. And if the eyes have to do that, the eyelids should not be there. So may we be blessed with that unwinking eyes. What is it that makes Krishna so beautiful? That his hair is there like love locks falling on the forehead. And it looks as though the love locks that are there falling on the forehead of Krishna are there in a constant fight with the peacock feather that is there tucked in his hair. That the peacock feather and the love locks of Krishna falling on his forehead are having a very friendly fight every minute. Who is more beautiful? Is it the love locks on the forehead, or is it the peacock feathers in his tresses that is most beautiful? And this Supreme Lord Krishna, may he appear always in our minds, and whose handsomeness is Karuna Unmadaka Vibramam Mahome. This Supreme Lord Krishna, his handsomeness is so intoxicating that the beauty of Krishna is intoxicating all the senses. It is just like a person who is drunk. He is there enjoying the highest level of whatever you call as happiness. Same way, if the senses are to be intoxicated, there is only one person who can intoxicate our senses, and that is Sri Krishna. One should be fortunate not to get intoxicated with alcoholic drinks, but to get intoxicated that every sense organ can be at its highest level of intoxication only by enjoying the beauty of Krishna. That handsomeness of Krishna was so intoxicating. Even the most ugliest of the ugliest looking Kubja, a very old lady, just begged Krishna to give her the same happiness as he gave to the Gopikas. Of course, Krishna transformed her into an Apsarasa within no time, with his Padasparsha and the Karasparsha. Fortunate are those people who were there with Krishna, who enjoyed every moment in the company of Krishna. And whose bhagyam, there is no comparison anywhere in the world. That is the reason why The Krishna Tattvam is considered as the greatest of the greatest Tattvam. And that is the reason why Mahatmas like Vedanta Desika always said, Vaikuntha Vasepi Name Bhilashaha. Krishna, if you can give me the bliss of enjoying you here itself on the planet Earth, why do I even think of Vaikuntham Krishna? You are there for me, that is enough for me, Krishna. Vaikuntha Vasepi Name Bhilashaha. That is the unimaginable supremacy of Bhagavan Krishna. That is why people always craved and craved for Krishna. Enjoy your life with Krishna. Go ahead, sir. What are your questions?
Again, Swami.
Hariom Narayan Gurudev.
Go ahead,
Hariom
sir.
Narayan Gurudev. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What is the significance of Nilachal Dham, Gurudev?
What is the significance of
Nilachal Dham.
Neelachala Dham, Jagannath? Why don't you use the easiest word? Yes, many people may not know Neelachala Dham. You are referring to Puri Jagannath. He is a Jagannatha. He wanted to prove to the whole universe that he is the unquestioned monarch of all the universes. When you say Jagannatha, it should be revealed to everyone that everyone is a Jivatma and he is the only Paramatma. As Paramatma, he is the Lord of everyone. Question came, if he is the Lord of everyone, is he the Lord of his own sister Subhadra? Why not? Don't look at it from the brother and sister perspective. That uses the word Neelachala, Neelachalanath. Look at the Mangalam of Lord Krishna. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangalam Madhusudana, Mangalam Pundarikaksha, Mangalam Garudadhvaja, Neelachala Nivasaya, Nityaya Paramatmani, Subhadraha Prananadhaya, Jagannadhaya Mangalam. The title Jagannatha will become 100% meaningful when you are not only the Jagannatha for the whole universe, when you are the Natha for Subhadra also. That is the highest proof that Krishna is Jagannatha. To exhibit that Leela only, Bhagavan has chosen the place Jagannath Puri to appear there with his brother Balarama and his sister Subhadra. So Jagannatha is a unique place, yes.
Again, Swami.
Go ahead, Ayya.
Swami, again, someone wants to the in English how the Jivatma went to the Vaikuntha, Swami.
What is it? How the Jivatma?
Muktatma means after the liberation, go to the Vaikuntham after crossing all the planets, Chandraloka, Suryaloka.
Right, right.
In English, they want in English. That is the reason the devotee asked the question.
Oh, they want it in English, Ayya.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
why not we do it tomorrow? Because today we don't have much of time because you have to go through,
Okay,
you have to go through 12 different people.
okay, sir.
Tomorrow,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
that's Acharyaji Margam then.
Sir.
Yeah, because in that Acharyaji Margam, you have to cross one by one, not one, but 12 layers.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Swamiji,
Imma, any other questions, Imma?
Swamiji, I have a question. Somewhere I read about Vaduvu Randavan is
is that is he your guru? Somewhere I read about him.
No, not Vaduvur Andavanamma. I belong to Ahobilapatnam. My Acharya is 44th Jeeyar. But I went to Vaduvur to have my sannyasam there, that's all.
Oh, with the Srinivasa Desikacharya?
No. Not Srinivasa Desikacharya Rinivanamma. I just went to Vaduvur just to have the formal way of taking bath in a Pushkarani and doing the Homa and accepting the Tridandam in this one.
Oh, okay.
Whereas my sannyasa mantram and kashayam was given way a few days before that.
Okay, got it. My office, my manager's, my CEO's name is Vaduvur Bhargavan. So I was wondering.
Narayana Swami.
I did not get you. What is it? Vaduvur Bhargavan?
That's my manager's name. So I was trying to connect the name. I read
No.
somewhere Vaduvur. So.
Narayana Swami.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm looking to understand about Yamunaji because as per your explanation, she's Mahalakshmi herself in Yamunaji Swarup. So in Mahaprabhu, even the Thakurji Swarup, that's where they have with Thakurji, Yamunaji, they keep for the puja. So that's the Mahalakshmi. That's how it should be seen as a Swarupam.
No, the question is, you should understand there are various people on this call, about 25 people. Not all of them understand what is Thakurji, etc. Thakurji, you are referring to the Supreme Lord Krishna, correct?
Right.
When you say Thakurji, people may think as different. Who is this Thakur she is talking about? So use the language which everybody will understand. So Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Lord, he came there enjoying on the banks of river Yamuna. And unless somebody is there as an Amsha of Mahalakshmi, nobody can marry, nobody can get united in a matrimony with Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Since Yamuna, as a river Yamuna, as a person is called Kalindi, she got united with Krishna in marriage. Therefore, she is one of the forms of Mahalakshmi, as one of the 8 Lakshmis. That is how Yamuna, referred to as a human being as Kalindi, got united with Krishna in matrimony, in a wedlock. That is Rukmani, Jambavati, Satyabhama. Then the 4th form of Mahalakshmi to get united in matrimony with Krishna is Kalindi. Is that clear?
Yes, Swamiji. So is there like we do also prayer to in the Kalindi Swarup because
the question when you take some water and pour it at the base of a tree or a plant, pour it at the roots, you don't have to take some water and throw it on the flowers, on the fruits, on the leaves, on the branches. Just pour it at the very bottom of the tree. The roots will absorb the water and they will distribute how much water is needed to the flowers, how much for the fruits, how much for the branches, how much for the leaves. You worship Krishna either individually or with Mahalakshmi. Krishna is the only one who is worshipped even without Mahalakshmi. The rest of all forms of the Lord are always worshipped with Mahalakshmi. In the case of Krishna, because he is called the Paripurna Swarupa, Mahalakshmi is understood as part of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is the only one who is worshipped not with a formal Mahalakshmi next to him. Krishna is the one who is worshipped with Mahalakshmi next to him, with 8 forms of Mahalakshmi next to him, with 8 Gopikas next to him, with the chief of the Gopikas next to him, with all 16,000 gopikas next to him. It all depends on you worship Krishna, you worship everyone. You don't have to worry about whether you worship Kalindi separately. Many people don't even know the names of the 8 wives of Krishna. So how can we expect them even to worship? At the most, they know Rukmini or Satyabhama. Some people may know Jambavati. Some people may know now Kalindi. Then afterwards, that's why people will be very difficult, finding it very difficult.
So Lakshmi Narayan Swarup is the
So
one.
people may not even
That's
know
the
whether they are worshipping Mitravinda. People do not know whether they are worshipping Nagnajati. People do not know whether they are worshipping Bhadra. People do not know whether they are worshipping Lakshana. So we don't know. So you worship Krishna, you worship Lakshmi Narayana, you have worshipped everyone. Okay?
Narayan Swami. Krishna and even Bhagavad Gita last lokam yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. When he is Paramatma, some people worship him as Yogeshwara. Why we Yogeshwara is that famous like more than any other names?
Radhika, you are there. When your son comes to you and says, "Mom, you look great," what does it mean? You look great means your face is great, your hands are great, your hairstyle is great, your sari is great, your everything is great. Everything is included, Amma, there. So Yogeshwara is just one quality of Krishna, Amma. You understand? When your son comes to you and says, "Mom, you look great," what does it mean? He really appreciates you, that you are great. Is he appreciating your face? Is she appreciating your hairstyle? Is she appreciating your sari? When he is appreciating you are great, he is appreciating every bit of you. Got it?
Narayan Swami. Yeah.
You got this example, Amma?
Yes, Swami. But
So when Krishna is considered as Supreme Lord, he is Yogeshwara, yes. He is the Supreme Lord of all yogas. But unfortunately, people consider Jnana Yoga is superior to Karma Yoga is superior to Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga is superior to Madhurya, what do you call them? Sharanagati. It doesn't matter. You just go to Krishna, that's all. You attain Krishna, that's all. But when Krishna says, Kleshodika Tarastesham Avyakta Sakta Chetasa, some people are still attached to the unmanifested form. Just leave them. You love Krishna in that form, enjoy Krishna, no problem. He is great. He is the Yogeshwara. Yoga, Ishvara, Yogeshwara. Some people call it Yogeshwara. Of all the yogis, for all the yogis, he is the Supreme Lord. Whichever way you look at it, he is the Supreme Lord. Whether he is Yogeshwara or Yogeshwara, any way, in any form, he is the Supreme Lord. Got it, ma'am?
yes, Swami, but it gives like importance to the mysticism, right, Swami?
No. It is only the people. It is only the people who want to go the mystic way of Krishna. No, not at all. Not at all. That is only looking at one aspect of Krishna. It is almost like saying, again, when you were, like say, your son came to you when he said, "Mom, you look great." But suppose that you are there at that time. Just for want of a better word I'm using. That time you were actually doing some nail polish. You were polishing your nails. At that time, when your son came and said, "Mom, you look great," you know, your daughter who is there next to you will be thinking, "Oh, my brother is appreciating the nails of my mother." Suppose you are there applying nail polish. All of a sudden, your son comes to you and says, "Mom, you look great." Your daughter's staying there thinks, "Oh, my brother came and appreciated my mother. Maybe he appreciated my mother's nails because she is polishing them." No, that is only her way of thinking. He's saying you are great in every aspect. So Yata Yogeshwara Krishna is only one aspect is mentioned. And what is yoga? Jnana yoga, karma yoga. Why do you want to go to mysticism? And some people even think hallucinations were enjoying Krishna. Let them think. In any way, if they can think of Krishna, fine. Whether this is right or wrong, not for us. Let Krishna decide. According to Dharma, taking drugs, taking marijuana, people will get high. And when people taking alcohol, they get intoxicated. That time they talk about philosophy. But is it the right way and the right attitude to talk about the philosophy? That is forbidden. But if they are talking, let them do. Great Mahatmas, Acharyas have not accepted. Oh, you take alcohol, you get intoxicated. Then only you will understand Krishna and you glorify Krishna. Or you take drugs, or you get marijuana, ganja, and then you feel high. And then you talk about philosophy. No, that's not. That's because doing things in the Dharma way and enjoying Bhagavan is permitted. Mysticism, etc., they are attracted only to the miracle powers of Krishna. Fine, let them get attracted as long as they're attracted. But if they want to practice those miracles and gain local name and fame, that they will be thoroughly mistaken. They will never attain Krishna. So Krishna is Yogeshwara. Yoga is only one aspect of Krishna, one of the millions of aspects of Krishna. Is that clear, Rajda?
Narayan Swami, yeah, I got.
Okay, ma, we'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow in the beginning itself, remind me, sir, about the Acharyaji Marga. I will explain them.
Okay, Swami.
Narayana,